Hi, Reggie. Welcome. Just want to tell you, first of all, thank you so much for being here with us, to do this interview. Looking forward to do this. Reggie, we're going to talk about eligibility and requirements. What are the eligibilities and requirements for internationals and locals that you can offer to our clients?
So we have a ton of different products, as you know, for local borrowers and for international clients. Now, for local borrowers, there's products for first-time home buyers, there's products for investors, self-employed individuals. I can go on and on. But the requirements are going to vary depending on what your specific scenario is. So, for example, for some situations for local borrowers, we have products where we're going to look at tax returns, pay stubs, just all the documents to get you the best traditional, conventional, or FHA, VA loan to get you the lowest possible interest rate out there. And then we have other loan products that don't look at as much paperwork. So we won't look at your tax returns. We won't look at your W-2s or your pay stubs. As long as you have a decent credit score and assets, we can find a loan product for you. It's much less requirements. It'll be a little bit more expensive, but we'll be able to close you and get you inside of a home. And then hopefully refinance you shortly, maybe a year or two after.
Okay.
Now, it's the same thing that applies for international clients.
Okay.
We have a product for international borrowers where the interest rate is much lower than you'd say the market. And they can get interest rates similar to that of our domestic clients, but it requires a lot of paperwork. So we're gonna require foreign tax returns, a CPA letter, utility statements, credit reference letters, as much as we can just to build a strong case for this client. Now, for a lot of international borrowers, this may be hard to get. Foreign tax returns, sometimes a CPA letter, CPA license. These are tough documents to get because these documents may not be readily available depending on which location that we're talking about.
Okay.
So we have other international loan products where we don't look at as much paperwork. We have international loan products where we only look at the assets, and that's essentially it. So we don't look at foreign tax returns, we don't look at credit reference letters, we don't need a credit score, and this allows us to give our foreign buyers a very seamless, fast, good service and good experience.
Okay, for internationals, do we require a certain percentage of down payment?
It's a great question.
Because that's a lot of the questions that we get for a lot of internationals that we have.
It's a great question. So the minimum down payment is going to be 25% across the board. When we're looking at all the documents, a full document international loan and a low document international loan, we're looking at 25% down minimum. Now, obviously the more down you put, the lower the interest rate is going to be. So if you don't like the numbers or don't like the payment with 25% down, you may want to consider putting more money down. Now, another thing too is we should stress that these borrowers shouldn't just save up money just for the minimum down payment. You also need to have money for closing costs, and closing costs are going to be anywhere from 3 to 4% of the purchase price. And it could really even vary from there because it really just depends on if you're buying a new build, if you're buying a resale property, how much down you're putting, so that really depends. In addition to that, for international loans, we need at least 6 months reserves. Now, what does that mean? Whatever the total payment is for your loan, let's just call it $4,000. We need to see, aside from your down payment, aside from your closing costs, that you have 6 months of your total payment in an account somewhere. This could be a retirement account. This could be in your foreign account. This could be in a checking account. Again, we will not require this to be liquidated, which means we don't need you to pay this money to us.
Right.
We just need to see that you have it.
They just need to have that on reserves.
Exactly, yes.